Welcome to Enduring Journey to Bliss. My name is Deanne, and I wanted to show you this little plant that has been struggling since I received it. I ordered it online because I could not find this particular variety anywhere in the nurseries that are close enough in driving distance to my residence. So I really wanted to get this particular variety. A friend of mine had really, talked it up, and I just was very interested in this variety. And so my friend, unfortunately, they live in another state, and they weren't ready to divide their plant or anything like that. And so I couldn't get a cutting or a start from my friend. So I started, we go online, we start Googling, we start looking around, and I found this little plant online at an Etsy shop, and I went ahead and I ordered it. Well, I ordered it. I will pull out the little tag and I'll show you. So I ordered it in November. I actually probably ordered it in late October, and it finally arrived to me November 18th of 2025. Well, as can happen in Colorado, well, really, anywhere you live, the weather can change at the drop of a dime, right? But we had a cold snap. And so even though I had ordered a heat pack for my little plant, so that when it came to me, it would have some warmth in its box, as it was, riding in the back of a truck in a box or flying through the air. I don't remember if this one had any flying time associated, or it's just time in the back of a UPS or a US Postal Service truck across the country. It was not warm enough. And when I got the plant, there was damage, quite a bit of damage. The actual name of the plant is a Philodendron, and it is Pink Princess Black Cherry. So this one is supposed to have an even deeper variegation to the leaves. And my understanding is that when you do go to propagate it and you cut into the stem, that the sap or the liquid is a very dark red and can actually stain. So you have to be very careful, like wear gloves and put down, a layer or two of paper towels when you're working on them for propagation purposes and things like that. So, but anyway, I really wanted the variety. I should have just held out and waited until this variety became a little bit more popular and ended up in my nurseries close to me, maybe this spring, maybe spring of 2027, but sometimes humans, we get very impatient. So I will now bring the plant up, and you can see quite a bit of damage. I'm trying to get it to recover. It lost this leaf I had to cut off. This leaf I had to cut off. I'm getting ready to have to cut that leaf off. Now this is a brand new root trying to come down, so that is promising. But yeah, it had quite a bit of damage. There was a leaf here that I had to cut. And here's a leaf here that I was hoping was going to do something, but that's got to come off too now. Just came right off. And so I've had this, today is January 17th of 2026. I got this November 18th of 2025. So I've had this 2 months. And in those 2 months, I've been trying to keep it alive because of the damage it incurred, the cold damage it incurred on its travels to me. I have not repotted it. I kept it in the pot that they had it in. I felt that this plant had too much it was dealing with already with the damage to its leaves and the cold damage, that it needed to have some time to stabilize before I even attempted to do a repot or anything of that nature. So this leaf I'm going to go ahead and remove with you. It's probably going to come off. I don't want to really pull because I don't want to damage anybody. Yeah, and that came off pretty darn easy. There it is. I'm going to set this down. And I'm going to see if I can clean that up a little bit more. That might be about all I want to do or I'm willing to do. This plant still has a long way to go. It's got a lot of recovery still to do from being shipped and then that cold snap happening. Now, there are some good signs right here. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a new root. And if you look right there, that is a new root beginning to emerge. If you look right here, right by where I took off that dead leaf, this is a new leaf. It's still kind of curved and, getting ready to come out. And I believe, let me see if I can get this. I'm going to have to set this down, so I apologize. I want to see if I can get the old brown off without damaging. And I don't think it will come off. I don't want to risk it. The poor little plant's been through enough, to be quite honest. But yeah, so I think there's actually two leaves trying to emerge. I think that this is one up here. And then I think this is a secondary one over here. I don't think those two are the same. And then if you look right there, that may be a third leaf. You see that right there? Not the curved one, not the one above my finger, but the one closest to my fingernail. There is a little growth coming straight up. So I think she is recovering. I think that she's going to make it. But I'm telling you, when I got that box, and I got my box cutter, and I cut open the box, and I reached in, took out all the packing material, and I pulled that plant out, and I saw all those leaves that had cold damage, and I was really afraid the stem had too much cold damage as well. And the heat pack was even cold. The heat pack was supposed to stay warm for, at least 48 hours. So yeah, one is lesson learned. It is what it is. As humans, sometimes we're impatient. I should have just waited it out. Plants typically kind of go through different, I don't know what you want to call that, but like this year everybody wants this plant. Next year everybody wants a Thanksgiving cactus. The next year, everybody has to have African violets. That is the thing, right? And so I, being a human, and my friend talked up her plant so much. I already have a Philodendron pink princess, but it is not the black cherry variety. So, yeah, I just acted too soon, I think. But my hope is this poor little gal, this poor sad little plant is going to revive. It does have quite nice variegation. I'm hoping that's coming through. It's very light, but this is a plant that is still struggling. My hope is those will definitely get darker. The variegation coloration. And this one here, it has really nice variegation too. So yeah, my hope is she will continue to revive. She'll get a little bit healthier. And I will repot once I think that she's kind of through the worst of it. I just was so hesitant to do anything to her other than start caring for her, get her in the light, warm her up, and hope. So anyway, just wanted to share her. I will be creating a playlist. So as she grows, hopefully the next video I take, these two little leaves, or three, because that other tiny one down there, hopefully they will have opened. And maybe I'll have another new growth or two starting on it the next time I video this plant. But yeah, I was so disappointed when I opened up that box. And the plant was so small. Well, you can see the size of it. So it was a very small plant. I really thought it was going to be at least double the size it was, based on the price that the person was selling it for. So when I got it, I was just doubly disappointed. Kind of a lesson learned. It was smaller than anticipated, and timing, the cold front, it was not the seller's fault, the cold front at all. That was just kind of luck of the draw, so to speak, that cold snap happened the way it did. So anyway, thanks a lot for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to stop again and visit. Watch the updated video maybe in 2 weeks to a month or something like that. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop those into the little comment area. And I would love to hear any tips, tricks that you may have as a indoor plant grower to help the plant to continue its recovery. I think it's basically through the recovery stage because it has been 2 months at this point, but it's through the initial damage. I've trimmed off all the dead. It still has a bit of a ways to go before I would consider this a healthy plant. And me being ready to repot it. I just don't want to repot it right now because I want to give it some more time to stabilize and just get a little bit healthier, if at all possible. So yeah, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Thanks again for visiting, and please feel free to drop a comment or a question, and visit again soon. Thank you and take care.